Hi everyone, my name is Grace Martin, and today I'm joined with Josie Wilson, and we are going to be going over our week 4 time log that we did for the week. In my Canvas course, then this week, then I focused on making learning objectives, looking at analytics, and making the course more accessible. So with when I started, then I was looking at Rich Content Editor, which allowed me to embed this so students can click on it, and it's the overview of Module 2. And for analytics, I'm able to see in my course how many times people have looked at certain things, and it gives me the names of the people that looked at certain items and how many times they did it and when they did it. I also worked on giving things to the Canvas Commons, so I imported my quiz for the terrestrial and aquatic vocabulary into Canvas Commons. And one of the things that I had noticed was that they require you to add a picture to it. And so I went on to Unsplash and I found a picture that goes along with ecosystems to make sure that there was no copyright infringement. Next, then I worked with Dr. Elwood on the learning standards of learning alignment. And so I went through and I had done mine a little bit backwards. So I started with my learning objectives that I had made and compared it to the TEKS for grade 6 and grade 7, and as well as the TEKS for the technology in grade 6 and grade 7. For the table that goes along with the standards alignment, then I was having trouble making it in Google Docs because it wouldn't allow me to extend it or make it bigger. So I went into Canva and I made a mind map. And so this way, then I was able to make it bigger and I can keep adding on to it as I add more items to it. And this is just a look at the TEKS website and finding what matches my rubrics and my course the best. And whenever I was doing it, then I was comparing my outcomes that I had created at first. And one of the things that I wasn't doing was making ones that say by the end of the lesson, then the student should be able to do 1, 2, and 3. Dr. Elwood shared this Bloom's taxonomy sheet with me to create good learning outcomes and objectives for students using Bloom's taxonomy. I also reorganized my Canvas to do more of an introduction to the course because I had really only worked on Module 2 before. Um, One of the things that I worked on was making a case study to introduce the course. And so I added some learning outcomes. And for the ecosystems, I tried to connect it with something close to where the students are. So we reviewed the Texas Gulf Coast, and I was able to embed videos into the Canva as well. And I did one as for Hurricane Harvey. And at the end of it, then I had the students go into the Slack that they have for the classroom and answer a discussion post. One of the things that working with seventh grade is that you have to make sure that they have access to the directions in more places than just one. And so in the Slack channel for group discussions, then I put the requirements here again. So whenever they post in there, then they'll know exactly what they should be posting. Um, and then last, then I wanted to make sure that my canvas was accessible. So for any images, then I'm generating alt text. I found some alt text generators. A lot of them then you have to pay for after you use a couple of them. They also create really long alt text. And one of the accessibility things is that the alt text should only be 120 characters. So with that, then I was putting the alt text that it gave me into ChatGPT and told it to make it 120 characters. So that was a little bit easier for the Canvas to recognize. And that is what I did this week.
Okay, can you see my log? My course log?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Alrighty, so for me this week, I did look over all of the links that were provided in the material that we were supposed to review. So I did go over the rich content editor and the tutorials, the Google Meet, again, the LTI tools, and then the Canvas Commons. I looked at that as well and sharing with the Canvas Commons, and then the video. Then for number 3, the course evaluation, I looked at the analytics, the speed grader, and the tutorials. And then I did like this course evaluation checklist, put that in there as well. Then this is again, my link to my Canvas course. And so this week I looked at going in and I added a course navigation screencast to my homepage. So whenever they click on it, they'll see that and they can listen to it, and it kind of navigates them through the course. And then I have the video right here to review that. Then I went back to module 2 and finished module 2 and put in an exam. And I took a screenshot of a few of the questions that were in module 2 exam. And then thirdly, I went in and I created a Canvas course evaluation. So it was an ungraded, anonymous Canvas survey with 10 questions. And then the feedback is for course content, of course, the course instructor, and then student participation. And I have a little link here with a little video as well, a little screencast that shows you what I created there. But again, if you go into my course, you can see all those things as well. So anyway, that was what I was able to complete this week.
Perfect. Thank you.